All your secrets, if you really look at yourself, you would be speechless. What happened to being doctors and teachers? What happened to being your brother's keeper? Nowadays kids more worried about...
Hello ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls from all around the world, and welcome back to another video from me, FIREFOX. Now if you haven't been watching my streams, then on my stream I gave you a sneak peek of the mining machine that I built on the server, the Dial server that Embrace the Fire has. And I said I was going to make a video and show you exactly how it is made and how you build it and stuff. So this is basically the mining machine. Now this machine has got like endless possibilities. I built my one this way for now, but you can, like, you know, extend it and make it a lot bigger. You can make it tons bigger. It would still work. It would definitely still work. So basically we're just going to get into how you make it, really. So we're going to get into that right now. So to make this machine, and we're going to make it over here, just out of the way. Let me just quickly do something. Quick Skype. I don't want the bleeps to come through on the video. There we go. Right, so we're going to make it here. Right, so you have to start off with is just basically it's Freaky Locomotive mod that's in the Dial pack mainly. So it's this one now, Funky Locomotive. These are the items that we're going to be using for this actual machine mainly. We're going to use autonomous activators, also use these as well, the Awaken Icorium tools, because they're the ones that you're going to get the best kind of the best basically quality on the dig, because you can put these into different modes. So you can do square mode, that's what we're going to be using them in. Square mode just basically allows you to make a hole that big on every single hit. So every single hit, it will then, you know, make a big massive hole, and eventually, you know, it works that way anyway. So we're going to be using those, and then the autonomous activators, as we're also going to be using these and these. Now you don't need to use these, you could just use the chest hoppers. These are like vacuum chests. They are absolutely amazing. You can use them, so you can have 4 of them, or what you can do is you can wire this up to transport everything that's in that chest into a tesseract, which then can go back to your base. Also, what's really cool with this as well is if you go here and grab the wrench that's in this mod and do that and that, you can then stick a personal loader or a world one, world anchor or an admin anchor, it's up to you guys. You can stick one of these in, which means when you're on a server, it will chunk load, you know, your actual mining machine as well, which is pretty cool. So that's what you can do on that front. So we'll just get straight into how it's built, really. So we've built up here. Now we're going to bring this out. It's just going to be a 3. It's going to be a 4, sorry, and then it's going to be 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right, and then basically you want to make sure that you lock the bottom, because the bottom's not going to actually have anything connecting to it, so you don't want it getting stuck on a block. So make sure you lock the bottom straight away. Make sure you lock the sides. Now when it goes, as you can see, it's see-through right now. That means if something sticks to it, like another block goes near it, so if I put that there, that will stick to it. So when this machine moves, that will move as well. If it's like this, when you do that, with this machine moves, that will stay in its place. So you have to remember that. So make sure you lock all the sides. Right. So you want to build it up. Make sure you build it up. Now, you can build it up how high you want it, but I kind of worked out that that's perfectly fine, because you can get in and actually have a look at what's going on. So that's the reason why I did it that high. So we'll do, oh shoot, we'll do that, and then again make sure you lock everything in here, like the walls and stuff on this level here. Make sure you lock those two and that one. Now break that one and break that one. You'll see why in a minute. Now in the locomotive one, the ones that we're going to be using are these ones here, these sliders. Now the sliders are perfect, they do the job, you know, perfectly well. So you want to right click until it's facing towards you. Then you want to shift and right click again onto the top, and the arrow should be pointing out the door that way. So that's the way you want it to look. Now the next one, you want it facing down. So let's just make sure that this is facing down, and then again you want to shift click and right click, make sure it's facing that way again, and then you can put those back, and again make sure you lock the bottom section of the machine. Right, so that's that done. And then the next stage is you want to go to Ender.io. You want to go to Ender.io and get a capacity cube. Now make sure you get a capacity bank, or you can use a tesseract, or you can use, you know, something else that supplies power. The reason why I like using these is they're pretty cool. It holds quite a bit as well. Go into options, and then you want to click this one. So right click on that one and right click on that one. Make sure that they're outputting, so it's outputting power that way and it's outputting power that way. So the next stage, you want to break those two so you've got access in. Right, the next stage is pretty simple really. You want to put an autonomous activator there, autonomous activator there, basically one in each corner, and then you want to stick the framework back in. So there's all the framework, and then you can block all this off. You don't need anything sticking to it. Make sure you do block it off, because this machine will just suddenly stop once it gets into a mine. Like literally once it gets inside a mining area, you'll just be completely like full of items, and if these aren't locked off, it'll stick to something and the machine will stop. So make sure, you know, you check and then check again, you know, make sure that everything is blocked off, that is exposed, because you don't want something sticking to it and then it breaking the entire system. And then the last thing is to basically just stick your vacuum hoppers in. So on this one I'm going to do 4 vacuum hoppers. And that is basically it. That's how you make the mining machine. Now you do need to go to the autonomous activators. Make sure you do left click and put a pickaxe in, and make sure you put a shovel in. Now make sure that the Awaken Microrium shovel and pick is on square mode, because it's the best quality and the best one you're going to get out of it. So you want to make sure that you do this for all 4. So we'll just put those in, and a shovel and an axe. There we go. Now that is basically done now. So what you need to do now is you need to go into and get one of these. This is a redstone clock. The redstone clock is from Extra Utilities, so you just need to make those. They're not that hard to make actually. The recipe is pretty simple. It's just some stone, a redstone, and then these as well. So you put that one there, and you put that one there, and basically we're done. That's it. Now that entire machine will start moving forward. It will inch itself forward and it will do its job. So what we're going to do really quickly is I'm going to grab some stone. I'm not going to make it too OP, so we'll grab some stone. Let's do this. Hopefully it'll work first time because it's just been built. Grab this one. And we'll build a big massive wall up here, and then we'll come out. So this should do the job. That should be fine actually. So you'll see that it will mine all the way through. And it'll make a big massive tunnel as well. Sometimes it derps out. I need to fix those like small bugs, but I think this is a pretty cool way to make, you know, a mining machine within the direwolf pack. So some servers might not allow it. I don't think I'm going to allow these on my server because we have a little small digger area that people can dig into. I think it'll be too OP and it may lag the server out. So some servers may not allow this. So please remember that, you know, some servers might physically say, you know, it's not allowed. So yeah, just make sure you kind of ask the server owner really, because some server owners might be completely different and they might say yes it is allowed, and some server owners might say no it's not allowed. So you know, you would have to ask the server owners, can you make mining machines? But yeah, this is the machine itself. Now it does work. I don't understand why it's doing that. Maybe it's because of the shovel. Let's take the shovel out. Please don't click on these when it's moving, because you will literally crash yourself. I'm just gonna wait until it's moved forward and then take that one out. I'm just taking the shovels out for a minute. I just want to test something. There we go. I think that one is actually destroying it before that one does. Maybe it needs to go one more up. I think it might need to go one more up. Oh, there you go. That worked perfectly fine then. But yeah, it makes a pretty big hole. It makes a pretty big hole once it does fully work. I think what we need to do is we need to extend it one more. I think that's what I'm going to do. Let's just break this. I'm just going to extend it just one more block. Because the Awaken Mycorium pickaxe has got a pretty big range on it. So I think the bottom one is taking out the one at the top. That's why this is happening. So let's just extend it a little bit more. So we'll do this. We'll have to extend it there. Let's just break all of that, why not? And we'll extend it up by one more block. Oops. And break that. Let's break that. And put those in. Put that in there and that in there. And then again, make sure you lock all these. If you don't lock them, you're just going to get stuck onto the ceiling and stuff. And you don't want that to happen because it'll be stupid. So let's do that. There we go. Actually, I didn't need to lock them ones. They don't need locking because that's going in instead. Oh, there you go. Then we can lock these ones. There we go. And I think this will be better for it. So what we'll do is, while it stops, we'll make sure I grab these out of there. Well, there you go. And we'll lock these ones. I think this one will actually be better now, actually. So make sure these are all locked. I don't want to be breaking it straight away. Right, here we go. So we'll put that into there. We'll put that into there. And then we'll put the clocks back. So one clock goes there. And one clock goes there. So hopefully now this has fixed that bug where it was not digging this bit. If I put it on the right one, let's do the right one there, and then quickly go outside with the builder's wand and just extend this a little bit more. See if that's fixed that bug. I think it has. I think it's actually fixed it. Let's see. There we go. Yep, there you go. That's completely fixed that bug now. So yeah, this is the size of the hole that it will make. It will make this hole every single time now because I've spread it out. It's getting the range on the pickaxes, because then pickaxes are amazingly OP. Now if them pickaxes are in, you've got a world called the God World. This would actually be really good in the God World, because it would mine the bedrock, and then actually it would then potentially, you know, make a big massive hole so it shows where all the ores are and stuff. So this is the hole now it makes. It's a massive hole that it makes, and this is my mining machine. So that's how you make it. Please ask the server owners, you know, if they mind it being gone, because some may, you know, not like the idea of it being on the server, so they may actually, you know, say no, they're banned off the server. But this is my mining machine anyway. It will just continuously go on, and like I said before, you can put a personal, you know, loader in here and it will stay, you know, fully loaded. So yeah, you can stand in it as well, and actually, you know, you can stand in it. It will move you along with it as well, so you can act as a trunk loader yourself. So there we go. So that's my mining machine. I'm positively sure that it's going to be expanded on, and loads of people, you know, say you can make a massive huge one, or make even bigger ones that are even more fantastic. But this is my version of it anyway. This is my mining machine. Hope you guys liked the video anyway. So yeah, I've been using the Direwolf 1710 pack for this machine, so everything I used was within that pack. So if you're working with that kind of pack, then you can make this machine. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and as usual, thanks very much for watching. Bye guys.